Men were not playing when they said that they were leaving these broke liability begging females alone. And boy, oh boy, are even the ex-workers, aka just feeling it too.
That's too bad.
Y'all, this is not a drill, and this is definitely not a game.
Yep.
And see, when I was telling these women out there that this day would come, they did not
mad at you.
believe me. They said, oh no, men are going to always cash out on me, and men are going to always be there for me, giving me all their money, all of their love, all of their support. No, they're not. A lot of the men have awakened, and they've come to see that a lot of the chicks out here are not deserving. Why am I blowing and wasting all of my time on a woman that I know is not even trying to be my woman? As a matter of fact, she's not even a quality woman. She's offering me nothing but maybe a fantasy. And on top of that fantasy, I can't even touch it. I can't even take it home. I can't even do anything that is going to add on value to my life by splurging on this chick. And so, yeah, ladies, even the scribbles are in a drought dealing with the men of today. They not playing, y'all, okay? The men today are not playing games with their wealth, their finances, their resources, their time, their focus, their energy, their purpose. Anything that is not in alignment with what they want to do in life to blossom, grow, evolve, and ultimately become the best version of themselves, they're leaving it in the dust. And all of you ex-workers are included. Let's run the clip.
Okay, but what if I'm never able to afford to move out? Like, I'm struggling making money because the club is so dead.
A realistic money count as in 2024. 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40. That's it. That's always it.
250.
Where are the $500 days?
250.
What happened to that?
Wait a minute. Because it's already so.
She too happy about this. It was a dude in the comments said, it's not really about not giving them money. It's about saving your money so you don't end up poor.
Much that I need to touch base on before I even get any deeper into this dope discussion. Did the chick at the beginning just say that the clubs are dead? They're dry? Like the men are not coming out? Like, y'all mean to tell me that the men are not enticed by big juicy peaches and dangling melons? Like, that's not making them drool anymore? That's a wrap? Are the men really in this era of being the drizzle savers? And what I mean by a drizzle saver is they're not making it rain. They're not making it drizzle on y'all no more. No, they're taking their drizzle, their rain, their condensation back.
Not spending that cash, baby.
I know y'all are hurting behind this. And y'all, like, this is a real thing. Like, we had other dope discussions really driving these points home too. So this is not our first rodeo. So this is clearly something that is becoming a solidified problem, quote unquote, for a lot of these women out here, because a lot of them really banked on men just being suckers, men being lollipops, simps, tricks, johns. I'm just telling y'all.
And that's what they've been counting on for a long, long time. That's why a lot of modern women are in the positions that they're in today, because in some respects, men have allowed them to have it. And so they think with their entitlement, oh, I did this. I got myself here. Yeah, in some respects you did. But then in other respects, like specifically this industry, no, you didn't. You were literally relying on other people to do this for you, to help you do this. not thankful, men are scum, yada, 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 until you can't get no more than men's money. And now you're upset.
But not anymore. The men are not spending their money or their time on women that are not going to bring them wealth, peace, love, comfort. Like, that's a wrap. So I cannot believe that you have strippers out here crying in their bedrooms, eyelashes dangling, talking about how the club is dead. What? I remember when the strippers were the rich chicks. Y'all not rich no more? What? And then the other chick, y'all. I find what she said to be very disturbing, because she's out here counting up her money. $100, $200, the infamous 40. And then she goes on to scream at the top of her lungs, what happened to the $500 nights? What happened to the $500 days? And it's like, wait a minute.
This was their retirement plan. This is, even though people have been telling them, have something else. Maybe you're doing this for this season of your life, but you need to have something else. You don't need to be doing this. Oh, well, I fell on hard times and yada, yada, yada. Find something else. Didn't want to do it. And now it's coming to a head. People didn't been told you, get up out of here. You didn't want to listen. Where the I told you to get up out of here. You act like you didn't hear me.
You made, I'm going to assume, $240. That's what I saw. Maybe I was wrong, but I saw 240. She wanted 500. But let me just break this down. And y'all like the video, share the video, and subscribe. I got to get some things straight. Y'all mean to tell me that y'all are out here showing every crevice of your body for only hundreds of dollars? You mean to tell me y'all are out here selling y'all whole entire soul for a few $100s? Like, what?
And then got to pay the house fee.
Now, again, you all, in my opinion, there is no dollar amount that you can place on one's body, that you can place on oneself. I feel like our bodies are temples, right? And as women, we should make sure that we're doing what we need to do to keep those things sacred. Okay? However, okay, because I gotta be real with y'all as well. A few $100s is crazy to be out here doing all of that. Okay? I just gotta be real about it. I just do. All right? While I feel like certain things are priceless and your body is that,
a few hundred?
Y'all selling y'all souls for pennies on the dollar is just crazy to me. Like, y'all not even gonna be high class. I'm just saying. Okay, and I know I'm a little bit goofy, but I do have questions. Like, she wanted $500. Like, 240 was not that far off from 500. And so what I'm trying to say is both are cheap.
Yeah.
And not worth it to me. The amount of humiliation that type of line of work calls for. All right. The amount of strenuous work. Like, I don't think people really understand that walking around in 6-inch heels and swinging your body upside down on poles. I don't think people really understand how difficult that can be.
I mean, maybe you made like $500 at night, right? So where are the $500 days? Say 10 people gave you 50, right? So 10 people paid 50 to see your body. And not to mention everybody else that was standing around not throwing anything. I mean, I don't really know how these types of clubs work, but I'm assuming if people were just kind of chilling, not throwing anything, then a lot more people got to see your body for a lot less. So 500, let's say double that. People came in the club, you didn't come on. $25 per person if it was 20 people that walked into the club. Like I said, I don't know how many people be in that club at that point in time, these types of clubs. So I ain't never been. But when do you draw the line?
Draining that can be. You know what I mean? Trying to convince people to come to the club, convince people to spend money at the club. Like, that's a lot of work for only a few $100s. That's my point. But again, hey, I don't know. Let's just continue, y'all, because this is crazy to me.
So basically, it's not all sunshine and rainbows over here. I spend a lot of time on this account glorifying my job and talking about how much I love being a dancer, but I thought I would make a video kind of pointing out some of the cons because I, in no way, shape, or form, want these young people to look up to me that follow me on this account and think that it's all sunshine and rainbows over here. Number one, which is also a pro, but in a lot of ways can be a con, is the money. The money in this industry is extremely inconsistent. You never know what you're going to make day to day, week to week, month to month, or even yearly. And so that can be really hard for a lot of people to budget or fall back onto. And then you realize you're not making the same that you were before. There's been times when I've made thousands of dollars in one night, and then the next night I literally make $0. And so that inconsistency can be really, really hard for a lot of people.
Hold on, y'all. And y'all get the likes up. Now, I keep hearing them say, you know, how the money is just not where it's at this club. You know, it's inconsistent. It's a lot of hard work. Some nights you don't even get paid at all. Like, that's a lot to me. But again, that's speaking volumes about how times have drastically changed. Like, we're dealing with a new breed of men, y'all. I'm going to keep saying that. These young guys today, old guys today, in between guys today, they're not wasting their time and money. No, I'm not going to go and spend my whole paycheck on a bunch of randoms that won't even respect me. They don't even know my name. I can't even take them home. Like, she's offering me nothing but a fantasy.
Yep.
You know, no. I can go home and flick something up on my phone for that.
That's right.
So, I mean, this is a lot. This is really a lot.
And you could probably pay for it elsewhere for a lot less. You could actually get hands-on action for a lot less. To be honest with you, man, like, if you thinking about it that way, like, why would you want to
digest? And I really love also how that young lady just now said that she's kind of done glamorizing.
Listen, man, you can watch some of these documentaries on YouTube of the dudes walking around and saying how much, like, over in other countries. And even here, I've seen some videos of them walking around saying, like, how much, right? And so obviously some of them don't want to give out their prices, but then some of them do. And that's what I'm saying, man. Like, based on what they saying, like, if those prices that they're quoting are true prices, you might as well stay out the club and just go get one of them. I mean, assuming that you're not gonna get caught, or yeah. Well, let me not say that, because that's against the law. But yeah, don't do that. I'm just saying, like, I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
Her occupation, you know, so I'm going to give her respect and credit for that. However, I do feel like it's a little bit too late, because a lot of these women out here have absolutely encouraged a lot of these other young ladies to get into their lines of work. And so they're cheapening their value. They are going broke and hungry. They're trying to really get in that whole mode of being this boss, strong, independent chick. And now look at them. Like, the damage is already done. So it's a little bit too late for a lot of y'all to come through talking about, wait, stop, don't do this. This is not something that you should do with your life. This is very draining. It's very depressing. It's very stressful. You're going to end up broke because it's inconsistent. Like, and I really hate that it took y'all this long to admit that, because again, y'all had no idea how strong y'all's influence was. And when ladies and young women such as myself came through saying, hey, that's not a good idea, don't do that, again, we were woman bashers. We were trying to set women up for failure. We were trying to condition women to be like olden times and
Has he picked you yet? All that other nonsense.
all of this, and preventing them from being strong and liberated. And look at these same women now that encouraged y'all saying the same things that
Don't come
like
out
we
here.
have been saying.
Don't come
Are
out
y'all
here.
gonna apologize to us and say, you know what?
Of course not.
Sorry, you were right? I doubt it. But hopefully this does wake a lot of y'all up to realize that a lot of the women out there like myself are not your enemies. We're looking out for you. We know what's at the end of the road for y'all when y'all are doing this type of work.
And I'm glad she said that, because you see a lot of channels to where You know, it could get monotonous, and you hear the same thing about this woman is trash, she's this, she's that. But at the end of the day, man, like, hey, all jokes aside, y'all don't need to be involved in this type of stuff. You don't need to be involved in this life. And I'm serious about that. You need to, even if I were to condone you falling on hard times, the economy is hard, and then you get out there and you do this for a little bit of change. Some of these women are making this a career, and you stay too long in a place that you should have never even been. So even if I give you leeway to get out there and do this, you never come out of it. You get addicted to it. You get used to it, and you never come out. Instead of taking the money and say, I'm investing, I'm gonna get out of here as quick as I can. Whatever sob story you want to give me, you stay in there. And then when it gets bad for you, and then people start saying, was it worth it? Oh yeah, now you got to cope. Now you got to go buy yourself the finest dinners, the finest shoes, cars, clothes, and show all of us, show it all on TikTok. Oh man, I'm doing great. I'm doing fantastic. Man, life is, it's awesome. You could have this too if you was doing what I was doing. I don't want it. I don't, like, some things are more important than that. Some things are more important than money. And that's unfortunate that these women don't get that. Anyway, that's just my opinion on it. Please go follow her channel. Give the video a thumbs up, a like, all that good stuff. She's got dope discussions on her channel. I'm out.